Okay, I found a video. How to climb with Zion Guy. They put a full hour and a half video. Now, I was actually looking at this, not this. I was looking at their full ADC. What do you call it? The whole fucking. Well, they had went over every ADC, and this guy's doing. They're basically explaining how to carry with Zion because she's a very problematic or uncommon champion to carry with. But essentially, I'm just
True
gonna whatever.
in
I'm
Oceanic
just gonna break it
Challenge.
down because how it is. I've been playing her since almost release, which doesn't really matter. Like literally speaking, I know like someone with mastery doesn't necessarily mean you're perfect at the champion, but it means that you at least have a good fundamental understanding in mechanics and a good idea of how to play her macro wise, because it's just basic pattern recognition. Over that long period of time, you're gonna get very good at a champion. And my peak was what was it? Fuck. Emerald 2. My peak ending was Emerald 2, but I got the Diamond 2 climbing, but I dropped because I stopped playing. But that was mid primary ADC secondary. I also got autofill support a lot. So I'm going to start this, and I'm going to not necessarily. I'm going to refute the claims wherever possible. Also, I stopped playing ranked like 4 years ago
Challenger to
because it's just not fun playing Zion like ranked.
break down exactly how to
Okay.
win.
One thing I did show is, yes, I'm gonna do this a lot.
Zaya is the
Yep,
Lane
I get it, I get it, I
Academy
get it.
format way. I sat down with Violet, coach from the Bot Lane Academy, former professional player and current rank 2.
Okay, notice how he doesn't have Zion in his top 3? There's a reason for that. She's not good in every game like those champions. It's just a simple matter of fact. And Zion's one of those champions where she gets worse the lower elo you are, because she's so front to back, like he literally said here, that if you don't have a proper comp, it's going to be extremely difficult to play.
In Oceanic Challenger to break down exactly how to win games on Zaya. If you want to learn the best front to back champ in the game, this is the video you do not want to miss. Let's get into the
Oceanic
details.
Challenger, okay.
Okay, Violet, starting with item build for Zaya. What is your current view on the best build? I mean,
Oh, by the way, I'm not like a tryhard. I stopped giving a fuck about builds and shit. I literally just build random shit and it works somehow. Like I literally, I literally have an Overlord Bloodmill Zaya build. Like I do not give a fuck.
we always, for ADC, have to talk about...
I literally transcended, like the general, like ADC builds. I mean, I can use them. It's just kind of boring, for multiple reasons. Either you shit on them, get 20 kills, or you get shit on and die 20 times.
the first item, right? Your opinion
Yeah.
on Yuntal, Storm Razor, Essence Reaver, or Hex Optics?
I personally
Hey, what is Hex Optic?
think it really depends on what you're able to buy in your first base. I think there's
Storm Razor. See, I don't get that. What's the point of that? Is that for chasing? It's okay, but she has so many other better items. Like Infinity Edge, obviously. Which is in there. Bloodthirster. Like, what aspect are we looking at this from? They haven't, like... This is, like, high-low skewed already, I feel. Which is going to be... This is not a good sign.
like viable reasons for each and every single one of them. I think Yuntal, generally speaking, it gives you like the most attack speed with the passive as well. So it gives you like the most damage.
Yuntal is unironically probably the best item for Zion. If you're just being, like, tryhard as fuck. Who am I playing? I'm playing this fuckface. What's the name of it? No, Yuntal is literally the best because it's so synergistic with her W, with the plumage, that there's just no reason it would be foolish not to build it.
In that regard, Storm Razor, I usually go Storm Razor if, you know, I don't really think I can spam hit and I need to get the bonus movement speed to like kite out. And Essence Reaver, you know, if
That's
I
a good theory. Fleet footwork, okay. There used to be a fleet footwork Zion build, but it's really bad to lose your good keystone for fleet footwork.
don't get the BF Sword buy, it's also a great option, right? It gives you CDR, 80, crit, And I generally speaking, I don't like Hex Optics that much. On Xayah, to be honest, I just don't think this champion
doesn't
needs
seem
it. You
very
know, she
good,
wants
yeah.
to fight
It
front to back.
seems
I don't think the
unnecessary.
bonus range is that necessary.
Yeah, the bonus range is.
But I definitely would stick to.
The problem with the bonus range is just getting the first kill. Getting like, ouch. Getting the first kill is the problem. It isn't normally. It isn't normally. What do you call it? Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Generally speaking, Xayah is gonna get like max 2 kills per W, and then she has to wait 15 seconds. So you're chasing them with increased range, but your autos basically do nothing. Like your autos are gonna tickle. Like when she doesn't have deadly plumage, her autos do significantly less damage, like half damage.
To, you know, Yuntal, Essence Weaver, or Storm Mazer, depending on what you usually get on your first
Essence
base.
Reaver,
When you buy your
it
items.
is good, but
I see. So when you're talking about whether between
I think it could be better, and I think generally speaking, Utah's is better. But I will say, Essence Reaper does have a vastly better build path.
long swords on your first base or between a BF sword. Is that right?
Yeah. So yeah, if I get a BF sword buy, I'll usually
I'm just
pivot
by the way
to
in this game. Like, I'm trying to focus on like 3 different things.
Tao, as I said, it does, like, you know, it gives you the most stats in terms of raw damage if you're able to auto attack or if they have a lot of.
So here's the thing with the lifesteal rune and low elo, is it's kind of useless, to be quite frank with you, because there's so much damage played in low elo that unless you're like trying to do. Hold on 1 second. Fuck. I don't know how to play this guy either. Here's the thing. It's not going to help you if you get chunked for 70% of your health by a Malzahar, right? Or fucking Syndra. Because everyone plays squishies, or they play tanks that do outrageous amounts of damage. Not that that's... I'm not complaining about that, I'm just saying that as a matter of fact. If there's a 701 Mundo, a little bit of lifesteal is not going to help you. And the sustain is very minimal until you get full items, really. Yeah, it's nice to have, but you can really notice the movement speed in lane. Bitch. Not the movement speed. You can really notice the attack speed in lane with the attack speed rune. It's significantly more helpful. Especially if you're going something like Essence Reaver, where you don't get attack speed. And the attack speed loss is very noticeable.
Tanks.
Is that a Conqueror or am I tripping?
Storm Mazer if I need the bonus movement speed to
Okay,
kite.
hold up.
But usually I go Essence Reaver if I'm not able to
Did
buy
they buff Conqueror? Or is this just like some cocaine
a
shit?
BF sword. But the Essence Reaver item components are just pretty, you know, they're not very good. You know, Call Fields into Sheen. You know, they're not very good components. Whereas if you get a straight BF sword, it's just straight up just like 40 raw 80, right? So.
It's very rare to get 1300 first pack. In low elo because CSing is much worse. Like people in general, it's gonna be worse. And you could say that's a skill issue, but it's not reasonable. Holy shit! That did like half my health. Did most of my health. 800 damage. It's not reasonable to assume that someone in fucking gold is gonna have good enough CSing skills to get a BF sword first pack, especially on a champion like Xayah who gets poked out so easy. It's a little impractical to expect that. And it's so easy to get baited by other supports. Like to get baited by supports and lose a lot of your damage.
It definitely most
Or your health,
impactful is definitely just waiting to see what you get on your first buy.
Decides
Decides usually what you run first on this champion.
Okay.
Decides you most impactful is definitely just waiting to see what you get on your first buy.
Exactly.
Decides usually what you run first on this champion.
Okay, and talking about the starting item, so obviously Doran's Blade, this is before the change, right? So now it's always
Yeah. So yeah, you should always go Debo first.
To be fair, I haven't tried the new build with Doran's Bow, so I don't know, maybe that actually...
Okay, next up is Boots. It looks like you're going Berserker Greaves pretty much every single game. There's obviously the new Boots, well, I forgot the Gleaves, or what are they called?
The Godless Gleaves. Yeah.
What do you think about them?
I mean, I think going Greaves is just better because Xayah is all about outputting as much damage.
Yeah,
You want
I
to
agree.
basically, her whole identity is just outputting as much feathers as possible. And I think Greaves is just, it's just like a no-brainer option, right? You want to be outputting your feathers out as much as possible so you can get as much damage as possible in team fights. So that's why I just value Greaves way more than the Gluttonous Greaves.
Why is he going Conqueror? I've never seen it. I haven't played ranked in years. So, I mean, I could try this.
Boost, whatever they're called.
Okay, and then talking about sort of the items after that now. Eye Edge, what are we sort of looking to build second item?
Yeah, so usually you can go Flicker Blades second. I usually go Infinity second because I'm just greeding for the max possible damage for like...
Don't do that. Don't greed. That's how you lose your lead. It's very feast or famine. That's generally not a good idea. However, in certain cases, it can be. Like if you get a shit ton of kills, then yeah, it's good. But if they have like a stat checky CC type champion, you're kind of fucked.
One rotation or two rotations. In my opinion, you don't usually get that many rotations off of your spells,
Yeah, you
especially in like the early mid game. So it's like Flicker Blades don't really have that much value. It's like you spike a little bit quicker because it's cheaper, but you don't actually deal that much damage. So I prefer to just go, your first core, Essence Yuntao or Stormrazor into IE into LDR for maximum damage. But you definitely can go.
Wait, I actually get that because armor is so
Flicker Blades if you want that quicker spike. If you feel like the game state is pretty
low Dominax is so strong right now because of the max health damage.
Close and you need a spike as fast as possible, Flicker Blade second is also a good option, but most games I usually try to greed and just go Infinity at second.
I'm gonna skip this because this is kind of like outdated as fuck. I don't really know what the fuck he's talking. I can't really say much about this. I mean I can, but it's like I don't think that's a good thing. I hate this game mode.
If I have the money.
Fucking Christ. Highest win rate items.
I see. And if
Xayah combos max damage. I mean, that's kind of like... Isn't that just obvious? Hey, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to cancel this.